Hey everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and welcome to part 2 of shifting training. How to understand how to shift a tractor trailer. This is a very scary part for a lot of people when it comes to learning how to get their CDL license, because they're super nervous about shifting, right? So if you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, find the part 1 video to actually help you out. But in today's video, we're going to be specifically discussing how to upshift properly. Now in this case, we're going to be using a 10-speed transmission. That's the most common transmission out there. But the same patterns will occur when it comes to 13-speed or 18-speed transmissions. Same type of thing is going to happen here, right? So the first thing you have to understand about upshifting is the fact that you have a non-synchronized transmission. So if you have a lot of experience when it comes to car driving, this is actually going to be a little bit more difficult for you, because in a car you have what's called the synchronized transmission, which means you just have to clutch one time and make your shift and you're good to go. And when you tractor trailer like this with a non-synchronized transmission, you have to do what's called double clutch. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is going to be the foot pattern on how to upshift properly with a 10-speed transmission like we talked about. Now, right now I'm on one of our state-of-the-art driving simulators at one of our locations. Most of our locations across the country have one of these things. And the cool thing about this is we can actually teach you how to shift properly and also drive on any type of terrain or any type of weather that you do want in a very safe environment. So two things don't happen. You don't have to get nervous of shifting on the highway with a whole bunch of pedestrians out there. And I don't have to keep replacing transmissions because you keep busting them up. So that's where it's a win-win situation. That being said, if you are looking to kind of get some hands-on training, you want to be on our simulator, check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com. Find a location near you. We're definitely here to help you out. But let's kind of get started when it comes to the upshifting. So in the first video, we kind of worked out the gear patterns. We talked about the lower the gear, the more power you have. The higher the gear, the more speed you have. Now, when it comes to actually understanding the footwork, it's going to be a rhythm. So if you know how to dance, you're in good luck. If you don't, let's make sure you rewatch this video a couple times. So the first thing you do have to understand is about the clutch. So when it comes to the clutch, there's two things you should be doing with the clutch only. One is clutch, full clutch all the way down. The other one is going to be what's called half clutch. So if you put the full clutch all the way down like you see here, you're going to engage the clutch brake, and that is no good when you're shifting. The only time the clutch should be all the way down is when you're going to go into first gear, right? So from there we're going to come off the clutch nice and slowly. Everything's off, we're just kind of going through demonstration purposes, and then we're going to give it some gas, right? And once we give it some gas, the RPMs are going to start to rise, and then eventually it's time to upshift. And we're going to tell you exactly when it's upshifting, but let's focus on the footwork. From there we're going to come off the gas, we're going to half clutch, off the clutch, and then half clutch again. I know, pretty complicated, right? After the clutch is done, you're going to give it gas. So, as a recap on the clutch, it's either going to be a full clutch or a half clutch. That's it. If you're not full clutch or half, there's no such thing as quarter clutch or a tenth of a clutch or anything like that. So you want to keep your foot off the clutch as much as possible. Anytime your foot's not on the clutch and you're moving in the right direction, you want to make sure that your foot's on the gas to keep the whole truck moving forward. The only time you put the full clutch on is, pop quiz, put it in below when you're going into first gear. Good job. So as a quick recap, full clutch is only going to be going into first gear, come off the clutch slowly, never press the clutch and the gas at the same time. The truck has enough torque to kind of keep the things going. So now we're going to press the gas, RPMs are going to rise, now it's time to upshift. We're going to come off the gas, half clutch neutral, half clutch gear, next gas. Half clutch neutral, half clutch gear, next gas. Half clutch neutral, half clutch gear, next gas. Half clutch neutral, half clutch gear, now we're in fifth, gas. We're going to go to 6, so T-bar is going to be up, foot's still on the gas. Now it's time to shift. Off the gas, half clutch neutral, half clutch 6, gas. Again, foot is never on the clutch and the gas at the same time, never want to do that. Hit the gas, next time, half clutch neutral, half clutch 7, off the clutch, gas, half clutch neutral, half clutch 8, gas, half clutch neutral, half clutch 9, gas, half clutch neutral, half clutch 10, gas. And that's how you upshift when it comes to the foot patterns. Now, it seems kind of complicated. You kind of got to use both feet at the same time. Downshifting gets a little bit even more complicated, but that's pretty much the footwork. So it's just half clutch neutral, half clutch gear, gas, half clutch neutral, half clutch gear, gas. Now, even if you don't have a simulator, I've seen people kind of take a plunger out and just kind of pretend what's going on, and you're just kind of going through the actual motions itself with your actual foot and your hands. So you can actually build up that muscle memory. That's great. Now, if it was that easy, everyone could do it. Problem is the timing behind it. So when it comes to the timing, there's two numbers you have to really memorize. One is going to be 1600 RPMs, Second is going to be 1200 RPM. So what does that mean? RPM stands for revolutions per minute. That's how fast the engine is actually going. So in order to turn on the vehicle, we're going to want to make sure we're doing safe start. Transmission's in neutral, where both brakes are applied, clutch is all the way down, and we're going to be able to start the vehicle now, right? So on this screen, there's a different way to kind of show it. We can also see the RPMs on the dashboard itself, which is normally what's going to happen. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to clutch all the way down into first gear like we talked about, 100% clutch into first. Then we're going to come off the clutch nice and slowly. This is going to start picking up speed, and we're going to start moving the vehicle in the right direction. Now, I just stalled. Why did I stall? Because the parking brakes are still on. So, put in the comments below, did I know that, or is this an actual true mistake that we're not going to edit out? Let's see. So now we're going to release the parking brakes, turn the vehicle back on, put it in neutral, safe start. From now, we're then going to, parking brakes are in, right? So we're going to come off the clutch nice and slow. Things are going to start moving in the right direction. I'm going to be looking at 1600 RPMs as my target. Once we get to 1600 RPMs, it is now my indicator to time to upshift. Because anytime we want to upshift, pretty much what that tells you is that you want more speed. Anytime you want to downshift, that means you want to decrease your speed or increase the power. So for instance, downshifting, maybe you're coming up to a red light, you want to reduce your speed, or you're going up a hill, which means you need more power and less speed. So those are two reasons. Upshift, you just want to go faster. Pretty simple, right? At this point, we're going to give it gas, go up to about 1600 RPMs. Once we're up about 1600 RPMs, now it's time to actually do the clutch gas like we talked about. So right around here, we're at 1600 RPMs. We're going to clutch, gas. Now that was much faster than what we practiced before. The reason why we have to do clutch, gas is because as soon as we come off the gas, the RPMs are going to start to drop. And once the RPMs hit 1200 RPMs, that's your time to kind of get into the next gear. So now we're in second, we're at 1600, clutch, gas, just at that speed. So it's all about that momentum, right? So now we're at 16 again, clutch, gas. We're doing that second clutch around 1200. At 16 again, clutch, gas. Now people are going to tell you all crazy things about, hey, if you're in fifth gear, that means you're going to be going 20 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour. All that stuff is nonsense. That's going to change between truck and truck. But if you understand the 16 and 12, you can get into any truck that you ever want and kind of get the ball rolling. So now we're in fifth. We're going to put the T-bar up, 1600 RPMs, clutch, gas. Now let me kind of show you what it looks like if you don't do it correctly. So clutch, and then you're going to hear that grinding piece. And then we're going to bring it back up to 1200. Now we're going to go to 7th, right? At this point, we're going to go back up to 1600 RPMs. Clutch, gas. Make sure you're only doing half clutch, which is super important. Up to 1600 RPMs. Now the bigger the gears, the longer it takes to get up to 1600. Clutch, gas. And then we're 9. Now we're rolling. We're at 80,000 pounds. Right now we're going about 40 miles an hour, all in 9th gear. And at this point, now we're going to go to 10th, 1600, clutch, and gas. And that's exactly how you upshift. So that's part 2 of the actual how to shift training series that we're creating here. To understand how to downshift, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you put in the comments below what you learned about this. And did I actually mess up for fake or for real? Put those in the comments as well, right? And make sure you subscribe to make sure you see what part 3 looks like when it comes to how to downshift, which is going to be the most difficult part of the actual shifting series itself. Downshifting is very difficult because now you're going to have to use 3 different pedals all at the same time while doing this and while kind of tracking around what's happening around you. So again, if you're looking to get your CDL license, come to the best CDL school in the country here at Driving Academy. We have locations nationwide. Check out a location near you, cdldrivingacademy.com. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to get your CDL license, you know where to go. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com, right over there. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this video right over here. So make sure you check that out. But before anything else, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you soon.